Now in some of these cars, after unscrewing these 3 bolts, you can easily pull out the cluster board. But on other makes and models, you have to take apart a few other things to make way for the cluster board to come out. In this particular case, we'll have to lower the steering wheel a little to make way for the cluster board to come out freely. So in lowering the steering column, you take out the moldings around the steering, and then there are 2 12 nuts fastening the steering column onto the dashboard. You loosen those ones as well. While loosening, you have to keep hold of the steering so it doesn't come slamming to the ground. You need to take all this into precaution. After losing the 2 nuts, 12 nuts, you lower it a little. Make sure you lock your steering before doing all this. And you need to be careful. There are plastics all around. You don't want to end up breaking other things apart. So the steering column is now lowered. We can now gain access to pull the instrument cluster out of the dashboard. There it is, coming nice and smooth. Now here we have the cluster board. We need to open this up to have a look inside. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 screws fastening the one behind. So you loosen those screws and then take this back cover off. Now after removing these screws, there are these lockers at the lower column of this board. You tend to shift that out a little and then pick up the cover gently. You need to be careful right here because there are sockets and wires joining these 2 together. Now the main issue here is that the manufacturer had actually finished this with lead-free solder. And you know what? Lead-free solder does not do well from the expansion from heat and then cold. Initially the car would be driving fine, but then along the line, let's say 70,000 or 80,000 kilometers, you have them breaking free as a result of getting hot and cooling down as time goes by. So this had actually been resoldered to give it a stronger bond. Now the fix is just a reverse process of how we took it apart. So you put everything back just the same way you took it off. Now we need to make sure what we did is actually working. So we leave the mode for now and then turn the ignition on to know if the soldering we actually did was done well and is actually working. Now with the job done and everything working perfectly well, you can put back your molding and then you are good to go. That is it. It's nice and easy just like that. But precautions would have to be taken when carrying out this process. It's now glittering bright as compared to when it was flashing before. So basically that's the process of fixing this instrument cluster flash issue. Only stay tuned for more educative content. And don't forget to subscribe to the page. Thanks for watching.